You know, several years ago, I got interested in flint knapping, and that came from going out arrowhead hunting and finding arrowheads, and that's just interesting to me. And I got into the flint knapping thing. I bought some Aboriginal tools, antler, hammerstones, stuff like that, and then I bought a kit, a modern day kit with copper tipped billets, that are lead weighted inside, um, because they say that, of course, it's the modern stuff is easier to learn with. It grabs better on the rock and all that. But I did it for a little while, and then it was just sparingly, just every now and then I do it. Well, I'm getting back into it again, and I'm down low on rock, but I've got some, and I thought I would just start making videos, just so that me personally, then I can look back and see how I progress along, and thought maybe somebody might be interested in watching it. I don't know, but we're gonna do it. I'm going to pick me a piece of rock out, which I don't know. I've got a lot of obsidian. This is mahogany obsidian. I've got some nice pieces of black. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'll pull you in here closer to me, pick out a rock, and we'll just start hitting on it, see what happens. So let me pull you in here closer. I think I might go after the smaller one, possibly, just to I don't want to blow that bigger one up with me being, of course, really not real good at this, plus out of practice. I'd rather get started on this one and maybe learn from some maybe mistakes that I might make here. Yeah, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go around the edges here and abrade some of these sharp edges off of here, because we're going to end up bleeding at some point anyways, but I'd rather not start off that way. Plus this will stiffen these edges, so hopefully we can actually drive some flakes when we try to, and not just crush the edges. I don't know if you guys can see the stuff coming off this or not, but it's knocking all kinds of stuff that would just crumble if you tried to hit it with a billet or an antler. It would just crumble. It wouldn't grab and drive a flake. That I might see what a hammerstone does here. I probably better not do that. I better just go straight with the copper. Not being in practice and not really that good at it in the first place. I think I'm just going to try to go around the edges, maybe hit some of these platforms and see what it does. This probably is not the way to go about this, but that's the way I'm going to go about it, because once we get control of the thing a little hair, then that's when we'll imagine a straight line right through the middle of the piece of rock, and then we'll start working our platforms based off of that center line. You know, if you want to get something off of this side, your platform needs to be on this side of what the center of the rock would be to drive a good flake. But I'm just going to start hitting some of these platforms and see if I can start thinning this out a hair bit. I think I'm going to turn it over. Got this ridge right here, and this has got a step fracture back here where it had broken, something had broken off at some point. I think I'm going to hit that there. Let's see if I can knock that off. Let's hope for the best. Well, it did. It took it right back to, knocked it off all the way back there where that was at. So that's good. Because it wasn't like we were going to come up the ridge or on this or nothing. We'll end up getting this off from coming in from different directions. Okay. I could try to hit this and come into here. Is that what I want to do? I think I'm getting too nitpicky there. I think I just need to go around and just hit some of these and start trying to drive flakes across to thin this. How do I want to go about this here? Probably won't be doing lots of talking. It's not like I can, I don't think it's like it's not like I can give you any advice or anything. The only advice I can really give you is if this is something you're interested in, I say get you some tools and some rock and give it a try, because it's challenging and it's enjoyable. I mean, I ain't good at it at all, but it's a lot of fun. Start just battering the edge of this and try to move the platform up a little bit. Oh, this right here looks like that would be a good one to hit. If I can clear this stuff out so that I can hit this, because my hand and eye coordination is not that good at 68 years old. So if I was to try to hit that, I may hit here, I may hit here. So if I take these back and make that more pronounced, I think would be my best bet. I think. Okay. So we got that platform right there. I guess you can see that. And it's on this side of what would be the center, not by a whole lot, but it is a little. Guess I could try to get it up farther, so I could maybe drive a flake all the way across. Maybe I better try that. So if I want to raise this platform over this direction, the way you're going to do that, you're going to put that part of the rock up, and then you're not going to try to knock flakes across here. You're just going to batter the edge, and that's going to raise this line here, if that makes any sense. If I can do it. Well, that raised it a little bit. That raised it a little bit. Now I'm going to braid it real good. I don't want to hit and then have the edge just crush away. I want to grab if it can. And this stuff is so brittle, it's easy to crush it, and it's easy to break the rock too. Alright, I'm going to try to hit it right there and try. You can see there's kind of a ridge right here. I mean, it's got a flake that came across here on it. Hopefully it'll bite and come all the way down here. That's what we're trying. If I just get my angle right on my rock, and then I'm not trying to hit up here on this. I'm trying to clip this edge right here, and I'm going to try to make it go this way, if that makes any sense. I'm just not going to hit straight across this way. I'm going to try to go that way. That's at least where I want the flake to travel. Yep, that didn't do anything. Just came into right there. So I probably shouldn't do this, but I'm going to try to hit it here. Okay, that went out there. That went all the way out to here. So that was a good one. And I was nervous about that. I started to hit it, and then thought, golly, I probably don't want to do this. And I'm not real smart when I get in situations like that, and I'm second guessing myself. I'm not real good at taking my advice and stepping back and rethinking. A lot of times I think, no, that don't look right, but I hit it anyway, and it ends up being a mistake. But you're going to make lots of mistakes, just if you can learn from them. Okay. All right, these are getting sharp. Okay. Golly, I would like to be able to hit something like that and think I could come down here. Just not comfortable that would even be something that's possible for me. So if I just keep raising this center line over here where I can do it that way. Oh, that's ugly. That is ugly. Yeah, that wasn't smart. That wasn't smart. But it is what it is. There's not really. This right here is probably where I would hit it. Try to bring it, try to take this off here. I mean, if it makes it all the way over, it's definitely gonna stop here. There's no way it'll come over and blow any of that out. That's hanging on here. I'm gonna try to hit it there. See if I can get a decent angle. Okay, we got something off of there. Yeah, it went pretty far across. It see if I can get her back. There we go. Yeah, because I said I wanted to hit right here, and I hit right there, and it took that whole piece off. So it did. It came over all the way over here to where I said it would come over, and I said if it made it over, it would probably stop right there. So that kind of worked as planned. That's one thing too, that when you're doing this, when you're just learning like this, that right there was like catching a big fish for me, because I picked that platform to hit and was hoping it would take me something over at least to here, and it did just that. But we've got this ridge here still, which is a good thing, I think, because then I think I'm going to move over just a little hair and try to hit it here too, and then see if it'll take this stuff out. Get my platform set up good, or get it stiffened up. Okay, let's see here. So it's running this away, so right there, running that way. Okay, we hit it pretty good. Oh yeah, oh yeah, there's enough. Oh man, yeah boy. I don't know how much that knocked off of there. There was a big piece that fell down there. I didn't see it. Where did we take that from? It was right here. That knocked that whole end off of there that had all that big step fracture in it, and that big, where did that piece go to? I'm gonna cut myself. I know I am. Digging around in this stuff. I think that's it right there. Where was that? I don't know. I really don't. That's probably not the piece. But man alive, that took it out of there. Let me get some of this stuff off of me. Get out of the way. Taking this stuff in the house with me, I'll be in big trouble. Tell you what, after you've busted a bunch of rocks into just shrapnel everywhere and not come out with anything other than a piece that's about that big around and about that thick, it makes you get to this point where you're getting the size of it's getting down and you're not getting thin. You stop rushing through it and you start taking your time and try to figure it out, because what happens if I just keep hitting on stuff haphazardly, it's just you're gonna keep knocking things off the sides and it's not gonna get any thinner, and it's just not gonna be anything but chunks on your floor. Golly, I just don't know where to hit this at. I need to stay away from this right here for now. That's gonna have to be come into from over here or over here. I'm gonna try to hit this over this way and see what it does. Well, we hit just off to the side of it, but we took a big flake off of it. Wow, real nice, real nice. Yeah, if I hit just off the side of my platform I wanted to hit, but took that flake all the way to there, and then it actually knocked this off of here. I don't know how it was on here, right there. It actually took that other one and it knocked the tip off this. It left a big dip, but it got that off there. I'll tell you what, that right there, that will cut your finger plumb off your hand. It's so dang brittle though that, I mean, you couldn't, it's not like you could use it to do anything that you were applying much pressure to, because it would just break. But it's one of them things that it will cut you, and it will cut you good. I'm talking about stitches cuts. Stitches. And I got a platform right there I want to hit. I guess it'll come down into here. Should come past center, so that'll be okay, because then I can come in from the other side. I guess I want to hit it. I'll take a look at it here. So I think I am going to hit it. I could probably change to that smaller. Yeah, because see that's so wide there. If I try to hit that, I may hit here, I may hit here. So I'm gonna get a smaller one for this. At least that'll give me less of an opportunity to hit way off. Come on, baby. See, I'm not banging these. I mean, that's got lead weight in, it's weighted in the end. So you're basically you're just kind of flipping it. I'm trying to nip the edge. Yep, that didn't do what I wanted it to do. It crumbled and it step fractured all through here. I gotta think about this in a different way. I gotta go somewhere else here. See, and I wonder if I hit this, if it will possibly take some of that, or if it'll just create the same thing all around this corner. Platform needs to be up here a little higher. I think. That's just calling my name, so it's probably calling me into a trap, but it's calling my name. So we're gonna give it a try. Well, we got us a pretty good flake here. Okay, what I was worried about would be that it would stop right along here and just create more of this. I was hoping it would come over and take some of this out, and there's what it took off. So that's pretty good for me. It took some of that out, and it actually made it work. Yeah, I was gonna say I might be able to hit that, but this has got a bit of a concave to it. It's probably, it may just do that same thing, so I'm leaving that alone. It may do the same thing that we just kind of got rid of, so I don't feel confident with that. Alright, we need these platforms to get over here so that we can start to see. I mean, that's just turtlebacks like all get out. Plus we got this big mess here, but don't want to do that. If you hit it a couple times and it doesn't do anything, just don't hit it again. Definitely don't. If it's not going, just keep hitting it harder and harder and harder. Because I mean, eventually, yeah, it's going to do something. It's going to break. It's going to either break the whole thing, or it's going to break a big chunk off and make a mess like that. So if you're hitting on it to take a flake, and you make good contact and that flake doesn't come out, either you didn't hit your platform or your platform isn't set up good enough. Golly, this is getting little sharp spots all over where I'm grabbing with my thumb and stuff. Every time you run across one of them, you see that's got that flake started, but it's hanging on. Oh, there we go. See, I just pulled it loose. Just this whole knobby thing here that we need to get to. That there's pieces still falling off there. Wee! What was that? That was my antler. Okay, this is just a mess here. Wow, that's a mess. I think I can I think I can see an opportunity maybe to move this platform up and possibly knock this off of here, right? Could be over ambitious, but by golly, if it doesn't work, I'll know that next time. Tell you what, it's kind of chilly out here, sitting here in the just inside the garage where I'm in the shade, and the breeze is blowing. I don't know, it's 40, low 40s, I think. All right, this does not. This looks like. That's what it looks like. I'm gonna get this bigger billet. See if I can get that to come off. I'm not real happy with that platform. I kind of like this one. Well, we're gonna see. No, that just, I mean, it didn't create a mess. I mean, it came off there good, didn't create a mess, but I was hoping it was going to blow that all off. It came way on out here, so I guess that was a bit of a success. I need to braid this. Alright, what am I trying to do? I think I might be able to hit this one. Maybe get lucky and it come all the way across here. That may blow that off of there. So that's on that one there. No, it just took a big, oh no, it took more out. I thought it just took a big gouge right there. Wow, that did, it blew the rest of that. It blew the rest of that off of there. Created this cup here and this little fracture here. So if I think if I hit this, I can probably take this off of here, and it should just come out and stop in here somewhere. Yeah, kinda. It came all the way up around this way, and it stopped right here where I said it was probably going to, but it actually took some of that off of there. It actually took some off of there. So I don't know if you remember, we had that great big old huge, I don't believe me. We had a great big old huge mess right here. Big old step fracture that was right here. So we've taken that out. So we still got one here. I mean, this is all too, this side here is in trouble. I need to be able to start taking some off of that side. Okay, let me see, how am I doing this? Gosh, if I can get me a platform right here, I can take that off of there. Oh, for pity's sake, look at that. That rock was cracked in there. That was fractured. I mean, could have been from me hitting it or sometime. Because I was just trying to batter that edge, and it busted that big old hunk out of there. Oh my gosh. Well, Okay. All right. That wasn't real. Oh, look at that. Yep, it was fractured. It just broke that completely in half, which, believe it or not, that happens a bunch with obsidian. You're going along and you hit it and it just busted in half. So whether or not that's just from, maybe I put a stress crack or something across there at some point hitting it. Okay, let's see, I'm gonna keep that piece of there. Now we're left with this smaller thing, with it being as thick as it is. So I really am not confident enough in my thinning ability to be able to grab something like this and think, you know, I'm gonna make something out of this. It's like I need more rock to be able to even think about getting it down. But give me a chance to just try a couple things here and see if I can't knock something off of here that I'm wanting to do on purpose. I mean, it's good practice, so I'm gonna try to do some stuff that maybe I wouldn't try before, because now it's not like it's gonna run anything. And we'll see what happens. Yeah, this is a mess under here. This is just all crumbly. So that didn't work. That one there that I was trying didn't. That kind of did. See, it's like at this point too, you get something like that and you've just got that piece like I had, that size, and you're thinking, well, I can't really do nothing with it. That's a perfect time to try to, you know, practice your different angles and see what happens if you hit it real steep like this. Of course, you know, if you have it all the way down like this, it's just gonna do that. It's just gonna batter the edge. If you get it up too high, it's not going to travel as far, so you can practice and see what angle is most comfortable for you to get the flakes that you want to get. So I'm going to try to hit this. Golly, I want to get that. Maybe right here. Maybe right on that. If I can hit it out on here. Hopefully I get lucky and this is weak and it would take all this off there. That would be nice. But if it doesn't, it doesn't. We'll see. No, it didn't do what I wanted it to do, but at least it didn't didn't cause a real big issue. I would have liked it to overshoot center, so thin that. We still got this, but I think I can hit it there and maybe take that off. We're gonna see. Yeah, almost. Still hanging on there. Need to get that off there before it gets me. Before it gets me, it's like a little knife blade sitting there just waiting on me to run my hand across it. Alright, if we were wanting to make a square something, we're right on track. Okay. Let's see here. Golly, I can feel little pieces of that. It's like fiberglass. One more here, I think. I missed it. I missed what I was trying to hit and hit another one there, and it actually worked. I'm trying to hit this one right here. There, I hit it and it just crumbled, but that worked okay. Now see, now it's moved. It's moved the. Let's move this platform over to this side. Not quite over far enough, I don't think. And it's over. It's crossed the center, but just barely. It may be right on the center. Okay, I think I can maybe do something with these. Maybe. Maybe. I'll have to raise them up just a hair. In case you was wondering, this abrader, that's just a piece of grinding wheel that they've cut into like little pie shape. Works good for an abrader. You can just use a hammerstone. You can abrade with that. These work good. Okay, I'm going to try to hit this. Well, I don't like that. I'll try to hit it up here. It's going to come here and step fracture, so no, there's no reason to even try that. I need to get this taken care of down here. I still don't know which end I'm going to go for, which end's going to be the point, which end's going to be the base. I don't want to make that decision right at this point. I'll let the rock make that decision, because who knows what it's going to do. I mean, this could all just go terrible wrong, and we could bust a big hunk off, and if we were planning that to be the base, we'd be stuck. Golly, guess I need to hit these platforms right here. They're all on this side of the center line, and they're good platforms. I wonder if I try to freehand. No, that's just, wow. That's just making a crumble mess. So let's see, is it just the trying that freehand thing, or what's doing it? Let's see. Gosh, that's a mess right there. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna try to hit this platform up here. Try to hit this. See if I can come down into here, take a bunch of this out. And I hit it right on the corner. Didn't do nothing but, and it got that kind of down closer to that thickness, but did nothing in here. Gonna have to come over from here. I don't know, we're gonna end up with a little bitty point if we end up getting one out of it. If we end up getting one out of it, because we're gonna have to take more material off the sides to try to run flakes across to thin it, which is gonna make it narrower. But there's no other way around it. Took it right to center. It's not doing anything for us for thinning that center part out, is it? Unless I could get something to overshoot this away. I think we're down to this end being a point if we was to get that far, and this being a base. if we were to able to get that far. When you get to this point here, that's when you go hitting on one end or the other. You'll get end shock in the other end, and it'll just snap it. Like you say, you're hitting down here on this end, it'll snap it right across up here, just out of nowhere. Sometimes it just, boop, all done. Let me see if I could freehand any of this off here with this little bitty one. I mean, don't let the size of this little thing fool you. It'll knock some flakes off. I think I'm going to try to hit this and see if I can get this. It'd be real nice if it was to come all the way out here past the center, but I don't know that that's possible. We're going to see. And this, I'm just going to have to clip the edge. There, see, I clip that edge there, and you catch it in your finger. Look at that. It took it past center, like I said I wanted. I mean, this little thing right here, if you make good contact, if you hit your platform and you barely clip it, no heavier than that little thing is, it'll plumb take a flake all the way across there. Okay, what do I want to do here? I need to leave this alone for now. I need to work on this. Just from where? I'm thinking from here. So I gotta move that platform over here. Let's see, is that gonna be my tip? Yeah, that's gonna be my tip. So that's getting over there. hit it. Yeah, it went. It was nice. Went all the way across. Level, thinned that out. Plus came all the way down. That came all the way down to here. That's nice. That's nice. I'm missing it. I'm hitting it up here. I'm not clipping it. I'm not clipping it. Which means this is too big. I need something I can get to onto the tip of that. I probably should be doing this with, let me try something. Okay, let me try something. I'll try dropping it onto the garage floor. That'd be good. We can snap it right in half that way. I've done that before. I have done that before. Got one down like a little farther than this. Go to move and do something and drop it off my lap onto the concrete floor and snap it right in half. Okay, so I don't know, can you guys even see this stuff here? I think you could see this. So I mean, I need to move my platform to this side, which I got a good platform here over here, so I could go ahead and knock this off and that'll start moving that up. So the way this thing works, and I'm not good at this, it takes practice and I haven't done it for, this is basically like the end of a pressure flaker, and you want to get this on the end of your platform. There's the platform right there. You don't want it up on top of the platform. You just want to grab the edge of it. And so you get a hold of this, kind of put pressure up like you're trying to lift up on the stick. And just hit the stick. And it knocks a big old, see, there's another piece. It knocked this whole section out. Stuff's still falling off. Usually you can't see them because it knocks them for a loop. But that cleaned that whole thing up right there. See if we got some more we could hit on. Because remember, what I'm trying to do is move this platform to this side, so move it over so we can come across this way and take this off of here. And to move that platform over, we just need to keep taking rock off. Well, this is, I think the lead inside of it's wiggling. I was gonna say, this sounds like the head, feels like the head is wiggling already. So I'm just gonna take little chips off of here to move that platform up. You don't have to hit this hard. If you're on your platform and the flake, see, that was a big one. Boy, it made a bit of a clunky looking mess, but if the flakes are ready to come off of there, it doesn't take much at all. So I'm gonna get that on that flake or on that platform, and well, it's never a good platform, I don't think. It's not wanting to grab. Yeah, always look under, make sure you're going where you want, or where you're trying to go. Just lifter, and most of it went that way, but there's the rest. It came into this. It tried to stop right there, just a little small one that don't hurt nothing. And just like I'd said, I thought it would leave this other little spot here, which I'm going to come up here and try to knock that off. I don't know that this we'll be lucky if this works, because I don't believe that this platform is what we want, but we're going to see. Well, it did it. It did it. It knocked that all off of there and brought it all the way over into here. So we took care of that mess. We got this corner here we got to work on. We're actually thinning this out. Some of it off of there. It was a prime time to snap this baby right in half. Alrighty, I think I'm getting kind of gutsy here because this indirect stick is actually working for me. So I'm getting kind of gutsy, and I am just trying stuff at this point because I'm happy that I was able to thin that out like I did and still end up with something this size. So this is a win for me already. And this is going to be our point, and this is going to be our base. Okay, let me see if I can. Boy, that almost was bad. I got it on there, and I reared back to hit it, and when I was coming down, it came off and come all the way over like that. I could have just snapped the end off of it. Okay, I need to start shaping this, and then we get more thinning flakes off of it. That would be awesome. Wow, that flake that came off of there, that was a lot better one than I was hoping for. That came all the way down to here. One of them things that, you know, I was hoping, I knew it would break something off. I thought it would either break the tip off or I'd get just a little flake, and it was a lot better than I was expecting. Let's see, I need to think about I need to start giving this some sort of a shape to see what I'm going to be able to do here. Gosh, here's that spot that I've been wanting to hit up here and right here, but I've got this mess here. I never have dealt with that yet, so I think I better deal with this, or try to, because if I start narrowing that, I'm just thinking it might handcuff me, and I might not be able to deal with it as easy. Gosh, that's just running straight into it. I need it up here. Land sakes alive. Yeah, my neighbors come by, waving. I mean, I'm gonna have to really go after this. I need to get that moved over there. Boy, that popped right straight, hit me in the chin. That was a good one. All right. Now, do I want to use this? Yeah, I think I do. I think I do. Alright, there we went. Something went flying that away. And there's all the, look at all that. All the way across. All the way across. So that's thinning it out even more. It came up on top. There's all them step fractures. Give me a pointer. There's where that was all hinged at. It didn't take it out. It came up over a little bit, but it came all the way down here and all the way across. So we didn't take all of that out. But let's see, is that our base or is that our tip? That's at our base. So we're gonna be okay. Get this little dude out again. Try to freehand some of this off of here. So I'm just gonna try to give it a shape. Okay. Trying to get my base. Kind of flat along the bottom here, so I got something to go off of as far as getting the sides to come up to a point where I can judge and get them both the same angles as much as I can. Yeah, I may not even be, well, I'm not really all that worried about thinning it a whole bunch, but I was just getting ready to say I may not even try to thin it anymore. But up here at this, that's just, gotta get rid of that hump up there. Which I'm hoping we can use this indirect and knock that off there, is what I'm hoping for. And I may get lucky, and may not. And I may not. Okay, just about got this platform right here that I'm going to try to take some of that off there. I'm going to give it a try. Let's give it a try and see. I'm not exactly sure. Do I want to do that there? Or do I want to? I think I'm going to think I'm gonna bring that platform up just a little bit more and come back here just a hair bit further to do this, to try to do this. It might work, it might not. Let me get something else, or get something that I can grab onto good. Well, that took some good flakes out there. Yeah, that's over there now. Yeah, that came across there. Almost stabbed that straight into my hand. Did get me a little bit. That one came all the way over here. Boy, it got me in two spots. Yeah, let's just keep on working this and see what else it'll give us. Nothing else. I'm getting a lot of practice with this indirect stick. Because I've never been any good at any way, shape, or form. Any way, shape, or form have I been consistent at all with this. So this is good practice, because I'm actually getting better results out of this than I ever have, at least consistently. Every time I've used it, I've had some flakes that were just beautiful, like that one right there that I just ran. I mean, that came all the way across. That is thinning this base part out. But I've got several really consistent, or several good flakes more consistently than I ever had. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to think and talk at the same time. That doesn't work out for me. I may try to get this one and see if I can get that off of there. Well, that felt like, yeah, I should have left well enough alone. That'll be all right. But I was gonna say, that last one, I felt like I hit it good, but it didn't do anything. And I know at that point you don't hit it again, because it will do that right there. I knew that, and I hit it anyway. Gosh, I'd like to get that off of there, but we may end up smaller. We may end up smaller and not have to deal with that anyways. All right, let's do something here. Because that tip is not anywhere near what it needs to be in the first place, so I might as well get that off of there. It was just an ugly mess is what it was. what it does. Well, it took a pretty good one. Took part of my fingernail too. Look at that. Got my fingernail. That went all the way across it. That flake went all the way across. Took that thing out I was wanting to take out. And if I can just take some of this off here. There, that knocked that off of there. That did it. Well, here I am. Keep running my hand over that. Getting little shards off there every time I do it. Just trying to bear him into my hand. Well, by gosh, that thinned that out fairly decent. I probably better quit right there. Whoo-wee. That was a nice flake up through there. Another one. Alright, that base is going to be pretty thin. I just like to get lucky and, yeah, like that. Get some more flakes to go up all the way across like that and thin that out a little bit more. But I think I'm just being nitpicky. It ain't like I can thin this way out or anything. At least not me. I think I could just try to just get this the final shape, or well, it's the shape that I want it, but just work it down a little bit more. Don't know what I want to do down here. If I want to I guess try to put some ears in there or something. It's just, that's not, I think this bottom needs to come up on this side. It looks kind of callywampus. Kind of weird down here on the back. It's just, I thinned it, but it made a little weirded out piece down here at the, like an overhang. If that makes any sense at all. It's kind of curled overhanging, because we've got this side here is more like rounded, and this side, of course, the bottom down here is flat as could be. Okay, let's just go with what we got here. And where's my medium flaker at? I don't know how the sun has affected how you guys can see. Shouldn't be getting greedy, but whatever. Not gonna hurt anything. If I break it, I'll make another one. I'll try to make another one. Let's put it that way. Okay, come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Man, that's just, I don't know what that is right there. Okay, that took, I keep dropping my pressure flaker, and that's what I use for a pointer. I was trying to hit it there and it wasn't doing anything, so I hit it here, and that took a big piece of that out. That took the top hump off of it. Well, if I could get another one, if I could get one to come across there and take that, we'd be golden. God, I still would like to get that to, I don't like that. I don't know why that's hanging on like it is. There ain't nothing there holding it. There we go. I got it. And we've got all that. We got all that off of there. And just keep going. Now I'm gonna have to come up here. The sun's giving me fits. It keeps coming in and out. I can't see worth a darn. After it goes back behind a cloud, I can't see. All right. All right. Let's give her a little tappy tap and see what happens. Come on, baby. Yep. Came out. It took some of it. I'm gonna try right there. See if I can get one more little bit of it. Yep, it did. It did. Land sakes alive. Well, there's a bunch more. Bunch more. Okay, I might want to call that a golly, I'm dropping everything. Yeehaw. I think I might be done with that indirect stick. Yeah. Yep. Probably done with that. Done with that. If I'm done with the indirect, I'll probably go back to it in a minute, but who knows. Okay, this tip needs a little work done to it. Okay, let's see, am I going to notch this now? What do I want to do? Does that look flat? Or not flat, but straight? Looks like it's... looks a little odd. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. Okay, so if I want to notch this, do I want to corner notch it? Corner notch it up like this, or side notch it? I think I'll side notch it. And to notch this, we're just going to come in, we'll take a flake, flip it over, take a flake. Now I've actually got, we better use this. I was starting out with this medium pressure flaker. This is actually something that they make. It's basically, it's the same thing, just a copper, big piece of copper wire and a dowel rod, and they've done that, but they've flattened this like a screwdriver, and you would use the edge, you'd use it straight up and down like that. You wouldn't use it flat. Use it straight up and down like that to cut notches out, but you do the same thing. You just get on there, you hear that pop, that took a flake off, you flip it over, take another one. And you'll hear it pop. You'll hear the flake pop off. You just take one from one side, one from the other. Another one. And all you would do this, see that didn't take one, that didn't grab, that slipped. So I'm gonna flip it over. Take one from the other side again. That didn't grab. And I'm gonna take one, like, this is exaggerated, but I'm gonna take one like this, one like this. Within this hole, this is ungodly exaggerated. But instead of just going straight in, I'm gonna do this. Yeah, that popped one. You can hear them click when they pop one. So I'll take one like that, and one up this direction. That just crushed. That didn't take a flake. That took a little bitty one. The other side, do the same thing. There's one popped a little bit. There's one popped. It's not wanting to pop. Let me get this and see if this will. It's going to be too wide. Let me go ahead and get this other side, get it started. There's one pop. And there's a little flake. Flip it over. Can't get it to grab. There it goes. Oh, that was a great big old. That took a big old hunk. That took a big old hunk. Is that a crack? No. Whew. Boy, that took a. That is taking some big old stuff. Come on now, notch out of there. There's a piece. Okay, that took a pretty good one. Come back over to this other side. That took a big one. Okay, I like the way that one looks. If I could get this one to look like that, this would be amazing for me. And I know to anybody that's proficient at this, that does this, this wouldn't be a huge deal to them any longer, because they're past this point. But I'm sure that they understand why somebody would be excited to end up with something like this, because they've been there. They've been at this same point that I'm at. Oh, I dropped it on the ground. Golly, that would have been totally awesome to bust the tip off or bust one of these ears off, dropping it, patting myself on the back for, you know, for starting out with something like this and ending up with that. I'm happy as can be. All right, so I'm gonna try to put an edge on this a little bit, and at the same time get it shaped more like I want. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go along through here. I'm hoping that this is in frame. I'm just going to go along and I'm just going to start grabbing these little tips, these little platforms, just knocking them off, and it should knock a little flake out. And I'll just go down through there and do that. Could flip it over, do it again, or we'll see. There's no reason for me to make this like real sharp. It's not like I'm going to use it for anything. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to take it to my neighbor and give it to him. He does some stuff, makes some necklaces and bracelets and things like that, you know, out of leather and different stuff. I may take it down there and give to him for him to make him a necklace out of it or something. You know, because the way with it being notched, where normally then say to put this on an arrow or whatever kind of projectile, like put it on an arrow, you would get it on the arrow like that, and then use them notches to wrap sinew or whatever around, to hold that onto the arrow, so that's where he could hang it from a necklace from. This thing is shaped kind of weird. Can't figure out. I think the sun is messing with me. This looks weird right here. Okay, that one little flip off of there. Done that. This over here looks a little weird to me. That was a bigger flake than I wanted to take. I mean, it didn't hurt nothing, but it scared me. Thought I broke it. I think that might be it, because I'm not going to want it sharp for him to make a necklace out of. I think I'm done with it. I don't think I could do nothing else with it. I think it looks fine. Hopefully this sun coming in and out's not weirding out the camera. But I don't think that's bad for a rock that we broke, that I busted in half part way through and thought I had a big chunk that was too thick to do anything with, and come up with that. Hey, man, that's fun. Well, that's lots of fun. I thought we had done run that piece of rock and ended up with that big thick chunk. But hey, just going in and experimenting, trying some things. We was able to thin it down a little bit and at least make something that resembles an arrowhead. Yeah, I'm happy as I can be with that. Happy as I can be. So hey, Anybody that happened to stick around the whole thing, you're a lumberjack, I'm telling you. I'm gonna continue making these, only if nothing more than so I can just track my own progress as I learn how to do this, hopefully get better at it, and hopefully you guys will enjoy along with me. But hey, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys next time around.